Alrighty. Let's do this.
All dead. All dead. Dead. See, look, I just saw Red X for a second.
The night was long and arduous, to say the least. Layla, despite your best efforts, you could save Dale. You managed to save several other crew members, but at some point, something happened which caused you to black out. Probably falling debris, errant boom. The last thing you remember was Dale waking up and his eyes going wide, and then boom, you're out. So for the rest of you, through all the thrashing about of the boat, the constant splashing of waves crashing down on to the deck, eventually you were washed away. The 1 and the 2 on this map here signify one sailor faces down in the water, and one is wandering along the tree line. Let's see. There we go. So the taste of salt fills your mouth as you breathe in. The beaming light of Hylos burns against your exposed skin. Sand has found its way into unimaginable places. As you gather your bearings, you see bits of shipwood and cargo scattered across the beach. You're not the only person washed ashore. The tide is high, with the smallest of the waves keeping you wet. Not far inland is a thick green mass of jungle. Wild colors of flower dot along the lower heights, and vines and limbs are scattered about. Some larger vines with razor-sharp thorns are stretched out from the jungle and onto the sand. A crew member wobbles about the sands where the sand meets the tree line. I need a perception check from everybody first.
Perception.
Come back. There it is.
I've got sand in my eye.
Got sand everywhere.
Eels.
All right.
I'll say it's because I just woke up from waking up on the beach being drowned.
Where's Layla's?
I am so frustrated because I always want to drop and drag and drop it.
And you keep missing.
I don't like clicking. I got the same roll both ways.
Wow.
Oh.
All right. So, Nissa, in the blink of an eye, he's gone.
What?
Oh, the sailor?
The sailor's just gone. However, to Gadget and Marissa, you saw something yank him in.
Nope.
Something just pulled him into the jungle. For Gruzo and Layla, in the blink of an eye, he's gone, but you managed to spot a black tentacle with a squid-like appendage at its end. It wrapped around him and yanked him into the jungle. He screams as he is dragged into the wilderness, and then his scream ends abruptly.
Cool.
Immediately feeling for my weapons.
I was about to say Yuri isn't sitting down anymore.
Whoa!
You ever seen a horse freak out?
All right, so we are going to return to our roleplay order of Layla, Gruzo, Gadget, Miri, Nissa.
Layla's having an existential crisis because we were supposed to be still 11 days away from land.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're on land.
And Layla's just doing math calculations in her head.
At the same time, also grabbing some of this stuff and then heading towards the others. Checks on the guy right here real quick. Grabs the back of the collar, lifts up, sees if there's any sort of motion. I assume I need to make a medicine check.
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
You take a knife and you just stab him.
He's sleeping.
Okay.
I need to see if he's awake or not.
He's dead.
Flop him over onto the sand.
You
Face up.
recognize him, but only from passing by. He is a crew member of the Fighting Trident.
On the opposite
But
shift.
yeah, you didn't quite know his name or anything. You just kind of glancing, passing bys.
Please don't let it be the one that Russo told one of them was dying. And it's not gonna be.
Hey, I know that guy. How's he doing?
It was the drunken minstrel.
I flop him onto his back on the sand there.
Okay.
And I
Up
see
under
there are
the
still
tree.
some intact crates, it looks like, over here. So I'll wander this way, patting myself down, making sure I don't have any massive head wound to explain how we went 11 days worth of travel.
There's a pretty nasty knot, and when you pull your hand back, there's a good bit of blood. But it's like, it's not actively bleeding, it's like coagulated, having dried there.
Sticky metal blood.
Yeah.
Sticky blood.
Sticky blood.
Mm-hmm.
Looking
Alright, so
around,
you're going over.
I have two questions. One is out of character. Is Nissa's accoutrements of being
Yes, she has been exposed.
Oh no, I'm naked.
You're not naked, but your garb
So-
doesn't protect your head at the moment. So
So I spot
yeah.
the goblin for a second,
Mm-hmm.
and then just
Wait a minute. Whew.
just like head ratchet.
You recognize her clothes.
You? Are you going anywhere else with that? You just gonna march towards her and
That's,
grab her
that's,
by the...
that's all Layla's got right now. It's just you.
And then I'm
Alright.
just gonna lean over and go,
Intimidating.
you got more to that?
You're on the other side of the beach. Look
Yes.
at you.
Yeah.
Whoa, did you see that lightning? Holy crap.
All right. So from there, we'll interrupt real quick and go to Gruzo.
Out comes a crab.
As you do that, you look down next to you, and there is an ace of spades and a queen of hearts. But you feel across your body, and you don't know where the deck of cards is.
Of course.
No!
Oh, by the way, what time of day is it?
It is probably around 10 a.m.
Okay.
It's morning.
What's the weather like? Is it still like cloudy or is it like sunny?
It's sunny, but with those billowing, puffy clouds with a gray bottom to them.
Bruiser kind of gets up and brushes himself off, checks for all of his gear still there, if anything's missing.
What was missing is kind of like scattered about near you.
Goes and picks up a dagger, goes and picks up another dagger, goes and picks up a few more daggers here and there.
Can't hold all these daggers.
Where do you keep all those daggers?
Just kind of looking around, seeing all these other people
I'm
on the
looking
beach.
at those two now, like, but there's
Stop right there! Grizzly's just looking up.
You ask
Just-
questions later. You pick up all the crap and then you deal with the questions. Look
Grizz-
at the
Grizzly's
evidence
just like,
and then
"Don't."
discover.
Hang on, guys.
don't you go anywhere.
Sab.
He just goes goes over to a barrel that's like now put a stand on it. That's like a dry top, and he just like crawls on top of it, flops over on his back, so it's like in the sun. It beats being in the fucking villages. It just like splays out.
All right, Miri.
Well, I'm freaked out
Because
because something
pulled him in first.
And then
Layla's coming up next and just like points yonder and says to you.
So now,
So now my direction is pointed.
Oh man, hang on. Reversing time, just real quick.
Okay.
When he was, I forgot to do it because I was describing a different part. But whenever he screams as he's being yanked,
Oh no.
Oh no.
There we go. All right,
We've lost
Go
a
back to you, Mary.
stormtrooper.
Campaign
What happened?
Wilhelm.
Why? What happened to Sirenscape? It crashed. It just freaking gone. It's not even
Aw.
open anymore.
The lightning,
Sad times.
furious
All right.
storm.
Yeah. So continue on, Mary.
So,
real quick
in character, from where Miri is from, has she seen many tieflings?
Mm-mm.
Almost
none.
More like none.
What the fuck is that?
Why is there a demon on the beach?
What is that?
What
happened
happened to this guy?
She's like
scrambling through things, looking for her gear.
She's keeping an eye,
like she's like walking all the way around to this part.
She finds most of her stuff nearby, but it's only about like right now that
I'm muted.
her saddle washes ashore.
Oh
This is not working.
no! That's high quality
Now it's
leather.
working.
Okay.
Fishes
Fishes it out as soon as she can.
Testing.
All right.
Okay, there you
Yeah, you're good.
go. Yeah, don't
All
hang out
right.
in the jungle.
Don't go near that. Bad times. Bad times.
Bad jungle.
All right, Nissa, you've
I'm
been
Gadget.
exposed. Huh? Gadget? Oh, sorry, I skipped Gadget to go to Miri. My bad. Gadget, you are correct. So Gadget, go ahead.
Okay, so you said, what the heck is that? I was like, well, obviously it's a horned thing. Person. Yeah. The caster with the badge? Yeah. The only thing I know about the horn ones with the skin is I was told stay away.
Because
Don't know.
they're demons.
Because they're demons. I don't know what demons are, but I was told to stay away from them.
You have 20 intelligence.
Yes.
How do you not know what
Because it's something she gives absolutely no F's about.
She pays attention to things.
What? No,
It's-
it's gone.
It comes when she needs it. At the most inopportune times.
Beautiful.
Are any of my things lost? Probably not. I think I found it all. This I've been awake for much longer than everyone else because I didn't really do anything.
Well, when you're knocked out, you're knocked out. Like you don't, you may not need sleep, but you know something happened. But yeah, you probably might have woken up sooner. However, it is right about now that
I
yes,
poked a goblin with I poked a
Yes,
goblin
it does
with
count
a
as
stick
long
rest.
for a little bit. I poked a goblin with a stick for a little bit. I noticed.
you notice that
While
a
you were
scale
unconscious.
is missing. A scale is missing from your armor. A single scale.
That is upsetting.
Time to get another skin.
It does nothing to your AC, nothing mechanically, but you know it's
But it's a
noticeable.
It's a blemish.
You're incomplete.
I'm gonna rummage through my backpack
Okay.
and I'm gonna take out my tools, I guess, and I am going to mess with my armor enough to make it kind of like close to the scales close together, so it's not as annoyingly
I can
obvious.
fix it.
Well, see, you can't fix it if the other piece of it is missing. You can't just materialize lost scale.
You fix broken things, but you
I
don't
fix
make
broken things, not
gone
lost
things. Yeah, gone things don't come back.
So it's just like, yeah. If I had a sticker, I seriously would have taken the sticker out and just, all right, it'll do.
All better.
You find like some ribbon that kind of matches it, so you can kind of like stick it between just to close the gap.
Like,
All right.
it's still sound. Yeah, it'll work. This is fine. That wasn't fine. Pointing at the jungle. He's dead now. Pretty sure. I mean, I suppose I could sit there and commune, and I would definitely know he's freaking dead. But I'm not gonna do that right now.
Explain.
Okay. Now that Nissa, or sorry, that Layla has said explain, we go to Nissa.
What?
Nissa,
Demons
it
where?
is your go.
Play it cool. Smile and wave.
Just like that. Oh shit. I quickly checked to see if I still have my damn insignia first.
You do.
Ah.
That basically stays magically attached.
Hello.
Hi.
You're
That long pause.
Yo.
That long pause gets you back.
Stop. No. Explain. You why?
What?
No, you
No
use
use
You gotta
words.
actually ask a question. If you want to know
Layla.
answers, you gotta ask the right question.
Layla
turns away
trips
for a second.
over.
Layla
Yeah,
turns away for a second. Goes, takes out the healer's kit, gets out some bandages her head up real quick. Okay. What are you and why
No, you
No,
tripped.
you tripped.
No, I'm
did
just.
you do this?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I was just eating my thing.
And where did you even come from? Pointing at the
Oh.
goblin now.
Hey, I was on the boat. Don't worry.
Job to worry.
Good job.
I'm pretty sure a guy just disappeared. Should we worry about that more?
I mean, sucks for him, but
Oh, he's dead. There's nothing. We can't do anything about that. He's dead.
If you hear him screaming, that's fake, and it's trying to lure more of us in.
There was screaming?
If you hear more screaming, the first scream was real. Any others will be. Look, are you all tourists?
Kinda.
no.
What?
No.
Not the brightest bunch.
I was
on my way. Where
Layla turns completely around, looks the other way around the beach, staring hopefully for signs of other crew. Looking
Nope.
hopefully for signs of other crew.
Nope.
Stares
Just the
stares
dead one.
other way, past Gadget, looking for any sign of anybody else.
I also look behind me.
I eventually get up off the floor and brush myself off.
No sign the other stretch of beach either.
Oh, I forgot to
No.
mention there is also a small little sand angel somewhere on this beach.
Layla's gonna go back to the dead crew member.
I
I thought you were gonna say Layla
Layla
just walks into the ocean.
Layla
I'm done.
goes to the dead crew member,
See, take me.
looks down. You may be the lucky one. I whispers back.
I'm just
Then turns back around to the rest of them. Alright. I don't know what you are, or how you're an adept. But that means you at least know magic, yes?
yes.
And I assume, whatever you are, you don't want to die, yes?
Yeah.
You took a long time answering that.
Well, I mean, it just seems kind of like a redundant question. I wouldn't be here, but yes.
Insight check.
This is acting kind of sus. Good enough for the imposter.
Nissa, are you telling the truth? Do you want to die or not?
I don't want to die. Not today.
Not today.
Oh,
Just some days you want to.
So,
Today is no.
so it's the truth, but not the whole truth.
Yes.
Hmm.
Dove, you bastards! You gave me the same message and 2 chocolates.
I'm just gonna say
One-
now, it's like, even though this is going like it is, this is probably the best thing that's the best outcome that's happening right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can
Miri, after the little bit of silence, can we just focus on the hungry jungle?
Yeah, I kind of don't want to be eaten.
Wait, where are my patent pockets looking for my navigator's tools? They're somewhere. Where?
Cat free.
I
That
mean,
tree just ate a man.
Why did you take those?
I didn't. I picked it up off the beach. Do you have any
Where
idea
am
how long I've been awake?
It's been like 5 minutes, but she did a lot in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I did.
give me those.
I found tools. Just well,
My
I didn't find tools.
And over there is a boot.
Yeah.
Wait,
It had a
It
foot
had
in
a
it.
foot in it.
my boot.
Oh, well, then here you go. We
I
started
take off
dragging.
My
another
boot. Whose foot is this?
Hand out.
A crab falls out of the boot too.
Crap.
Careful,
A
those are
big
deadly at
crab.
level 1.
Is it even though I didn't see whatever it was that grabbed the guy, can I get from what other people have said what it might be?
No.
No one said
No one
anything
said
about
anything
it
about it besides Miri.
I have to roll the. I want to roll my navigator's tools, which I'm proficient with, to try
Okay.
and figure out
Here's
where
the
we
tools, by the
are.
way.
Give me those tools. They're expensive.
I wasn't taking them. I was picking them up off of the ground so the ocean didn't just
Eat
take
them.
it out. The ocean didn't eat them. That's exactly it.
Shoot! Why didn't you convince us? Why didn't you convince the other crewmate to stay on the beach?
He didn't pay any attention to me.
Well, then he probably had a head wound. I'm just gonna
Do
die
you
anyway.
see how tall I am? You think I can pull the guy back with force?
I don't know.
No. The answer is no.
For once, I'm not the shortest person. Ah.
Anyway. All right, so I'm
All
just
right, so go ahead and roll your tools.
my. Let's see how I can do this right here. So that should work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I changed the modifier in the bottom left and then just picked up the dice and rolled it.
Yep.
So that's my navigator's tool roll.
All right. Well, as you're looking over your compass and checking your astrolabe and testing the wind, you deduce that, for one, you're incredibly hungry, and two, you have drifted ashore. Let's see.
Ooh, hello, lightning.
Ooh, I saw that.
Mhm. From what you would assume is probably about halfway between the coastline of Dragonpost and Death Run River. Don't mind that growling.
That's growling.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. By your
Too good of a
guesstimate,
passive perception to not mind the growling.
yeah, you estimate that you've been adrift for at least 2, maybe up to 3 days in the water. How you managed to arrive here and how you managed to stay unconscious for 3 days is a mystery in and of itself.
Magic.
I'm like touching the head wound again.
It
Like,
hurts
looking at
a
everybody
lot.
else. Looking at everybody
Yeah.
else suspiciously for their own head wounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's got a nice little knot somewhere on their head, that's for sure.
Owie.
I mean, I also
The
have knots
only-
in my hair.
The only other reason that you could possibly have made it here in that 3 days is if it really didn't take 3 days and something pushed you here faster than a ship would have sailed. Which, by your knowledge, wouldn't take a whole lot. It would just take something traveling at about 8 to 12 knots per hour to get here in that amount of time.
Demons.
That thing.
Loch Ness monster. The giant mountain you saw in the water.
Gruzo's going to begin like prying open the crates he's on.
Time to form an angry mob.
All right, so you're prying open the crates.
Ping!
Speaking of, do I still have like my normal equipment that I carry in my pack,
Yes.
my satchel? Like, okay.
Yeah, you found it
Got my
scattered
rations,
about.
My water skin and stuff.
Yeah, drenched rations, but yes.
I mean, that probably improves the taste of sea rations.
Hardtack's a little soft.
It's edible.
So you kind of get the lid off of this one, and you're hit with a not too pleasant smell.
Ew.
Bags of yeast have been drenched through and are beginning to activate.
Gross.
Or having, I should say, they've activated a while back, and they're
I
just
just
kind of
hope we don't activate
fermenting.
the almonds too.
Yes.
They literally have legs.
Layla heads over to assist with the crates and sort of side eyes Nissa.
Starts going to the next crate. Just ping.
I'm gonna move slightly away so that she has plenty of
Miri is having difficulty.
Not too
much as she needs help reattaching her saddle.
Okay. So you crack open this next crate, and it is filled with salted meats. Soaked now, but you know.
That's
It is
cool.
what
You
it
just
is.
set it out in the sun again, and it'll be fine, right?
I mean, you can
That's how it works.
cook it. You can cook
Wait,
it while
what?
it's wet. That'll dry it.
He's already
eaten it.
This particular crate over here, Layla, it is iron bound, but some of the wood is kind of broken and busted. Inside it, you see that it looks to be some sort of alchemical powdery substance that is just mud now. It looks like there were several jars of it that must have kept it in more of a solid form, but it's just mud in there.
No!
Layla grabs Gadget as she starts trying to go around that side of the crate. No!
Get away from there!
Stop it!
I can't zoom in. Hold on.
You see all that stuff in there in the jungle?
Uh-huh.
No, you don't. Stop being a smartass at me. Look at it. It's just a wall of green. You can't see what's in there. That's the point.
And your point?
Layla, you notice that like some of these vines along the tree line move a little bit
Oh no.
and kind of
See that?
burrow into the sand some.
See that?
I'm gonna just shout at the trees for a second.
It's gonna be like
It's
the
gonna be like the
ruins.
ruins.
Please don't. Mary
Mary
laughs.
laughs.
And then
Quickly, just like, huh.
Does the trees do
What?
anything?
Watch this.
So hang on a second. She says something in Sylvan.
Huh? This is when Mary stops laughing.
She's the real problem. She started it.
Wait, what happened?
And then
'Cause
after a moment-
I alt-tabbed to stream for a second.
The
What
bird-
just happened?
Everything went
Now
quiet,
it's
yeah.
picking back up again.
Point back at Nissa and Nissa's like, she's the real problem.
We will get to you in a second.
All right.
Gruzo's literally stuffing his bags. And
But there's no more boat.
Gruzo's literally stuffing his pockets and bags just full of salted meat.
Oh, I was saying that at the wall of
That's for
green.
all of us, you know.
I was saying that at the wall of green, and by the wall of green, I mean the thing that I saw pull them in there. Not
No,
Layla.
that's not what pulled them in there. You,
I'm gonna
yeah,
pick up a
that
stick.
wasn't a wall of green. That's just the jungle itself.
I'm gonna pick up a stick of driftwood, cast light on it, so it's suddenly like a torch, and I'm just
Why?
gonna.
It's daytime.
Then I'm gonna go watch, and I'm gonna just toss it into the woods or into the jungle.
You hear a ah! And it comes flying back out. As an ape
Oh.
throws it back.
Do you have any idea how many things are in that jungle? Everything you can think of is in that jungle, but only the bad ones.
It's not only bad.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Only the bad things are indifferent ones. They are indifferent to your existence and your well-being. And we're in Gyrock. This is bad.
And now seeing these vines that kind of move and shift about, you're pretty certain you're on the shore of the grasping jungle.
I mean, we can't stay on the beach forever. Also,
I
what's the
mean-
demon doing with that dead body?
Miri was walking over to the group.
And then, what?
What?
You gonna make another medicine check to see if it actually was dead? Turns out they were alive.
He's live.
It's okay. Don't worry.
First off,
not.
Miri
is trying to get Gadget to like come with her to be safe, but Miri is unsettled and confused.
I pat you. There.
okay, we need to figure things out. We need to get the things that are important here, and we need to start making our way away from here. Because that sailor who got snatched has set off this area. They know there's things here to eat. And when one thing comes and eat, bigger things come to eat those things, and then bigger things come to eat those things, and even bigger things come to eat those things.
Yeah, it's called the circle of life.
And it's like a donut, but there's inside that donut there's a
Inside
hole.
that donut's a hole.
And there's a hole inside
Wait,
of that hole.
It's a
Okay, so
donut's
with-
hole in a donut's hole.
With
Donut
the
of
survival,
life.
with the survival check, what do I know specifically that we should be doing most imperatively to survive?
Well, we found food.
So
We need to find water.
at all costs, your current equipment and abilities, you do not want to go into the green.
We need to find.
With your survival, however, you know a couple of things about nature in general. The moons are near alignment, which means that the high tides are called true tide. So it's the highest of the high tides will be approaching later this evening. And you can see with how much beach you have left, it's going to go all the way to the jungle. The water's going to go straight up into the jungle a little bit, and that's going to present some problems overnight for you.
So we need to find.
So you need to, you need to find something that's going to aid you with that. You've already found a
have
ton of
something
meat.
that can aid me with that. Fire burns in her eyes.
Everybody looks at you like, who's she talking
Monkey.
to? You pretty much
I
have
can
food
clear
covered
us.
unless it's for veggies,
Unless the
which you might be able to find
Else
some.
at all.
Unless you're looking for veggies, which mean going into the jungle.
You're a vegetarian, you're not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could forage the jungle and you would be great at it, but if you don't want to enter the jungle, there's no foraging to be had here.
I mean-
however, you could makeshift something to fish, or you can probably find some crabs. But again, that's meat, not veggies.
You forge the jungle, or the jungle forges you.
Pretty much.
Yes.
We need to see if we're close enough. Do I happen to have any sort of map with me?
You do, but it's soggy and not really useful anymore. There's the smudge of Guy Rock, and there's the swirling hurricane icon of Raiska's Fury. You know that somewhere on that smudge, about right where it meets with Raiska's Fury, you're probably along that latitude.
All right, Demon.
So
How many acres of this jungle can you burn?
The monkey's like, no!
Come on, now is the time to use your hellfire.
No.
Miri's
Miri's just like looking at him.
So you're refusing to help the party.
No, I mean, I can't. I don't have anything like that.
Can't. Wait. You have regular magic at least, right? Because you're an adept.
Yes.
You don't have fire magic?
Not right this second, no.
You don't have fire magic. Layla's voice just drops to far more like of a suspicious, hostile tone than it was when you were a demon. Now she's like looking at you like you've instantly grown a third head next to a second head.
I raised my hand. To be fair, we were on a ship, and the ship could catch fire, so I don't have fire prepared either. So, voila! We are fucked.
Wow.
Layla is looking at you guys like there's just something horribly, horribly wrong with both of you.
I mean, I've got acid. I just hold
Yeah,
up
but
a vial of acid.
nobody needs to be doing any drugs. Oh, violet.
Just like, where did that even come from? Nobody knows.
Points at Miri. Do you have magic?
No. I
Points
don't use magic.
Points at Gruz though. You got magic?
Yeah, I got magic. He pulls out a short sword. See? Magic.
I cast stab.
If it makes you feel better,
It makes
I have a
people
tinder
dead.
Box. Maybe
Magic.
use that start fires.
The right answer to that was no.
Okay.
Okay. Whoever you people are, let's go. Pick a direction.
I haven't touched this guy yet.
To get to Dragonpost, we're gonna have to go around the coast south.
I'm
I'm
standing
standing
south.
Mhm.
Okay.
Are you saying we have to go coast to post?
Yes. I was
Which-
hoping somebody's going to make the pun.
Which south? Is it our south or your south?
The map's
The map's out.
That's south.
That's
We don't have a map.
I don't
This
care.
map south, down.
On the map it says
Hold up
Muff.
Hold up a compass and put it in your face. Right here, you fireless demon.
So as you put the
What kind
compass
of-
up to
what
her,
how
it
is
begins
it
to
you don't
spin
have-
wildly.
It's not me. It's not me. I swear.
Takes it away. Looks at it.
It pings north,
Hey,
Fuck. It is to be.
Was it closed?
spins
Spins
wildly.
again. Just click shut. Puts it on her
mending.
belt.
I just
It works.
I just turn to the dead guy and just shirt shoots. I'm just like, okay.
As they
So-
are traveling, Miri will ask me.
This
by the
way.
By the way.
So you said it was just high tide, so we do have several hours of safety,
Hmm
relative at least. I was like,
until we find an
Keep it-
area that has way
There's
more
going-
beach.
there's going to be flotsam and wreckage all over the beach. Keep your eyes out. See something useful that's lightweight and not going to slow us down. Bring it. We need to. I don't remember if there's any inlets or coves or streams. If we can find something like that that comes out, we should have a protected area because it will stop the. She's like, just burying herself in nautical knowledge to try and get a grasp.
I was about to say, Miri is just like
going,
trying to make her walk while
ocean. We can get water, and it'll prevent coral from building in that area, and then there's be possible areas the ships could have beached. Might be. What? Anyways,
it's making me nervous.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm being moved.
When it comes time to make a camp, I can work with that. Because unlike some people, stares at Gadget, stares at Nissa, I actually have fire. Like all good hilo-spearing folk.
Whenever, after you say I actually have fire, Miri will say, and I have a pointy stick.
I mean, I've got...
Less useful, but important.
To be fair, I have fairy fire.
That's not helpful in this situation.
You asked if I had fire.
All right, so
It's not real fire. I have fairy fire too. It's not good enough.
I didn't know there was a second fairy fire. All right, so we begin our inexorable march south.
I never searched that guy.
Miri
Goal
would
fail.
ask names as they're
As they're
walking.
walking.
You kind of got interrupted before you could search
Yeah.
the guy.
Did Layla not search?
Layla glanced at him to see if he had any obvious things like hanging off of his belts. Like she would have just looked where like a typical sailor's tools and accoutrements are set.
Can I navigation around the dead body and see if I
Sure.
can come up with
Yeah,
anything else?
before we
Okay.
get going on this map, yeah.
Layla essentially would not have rifled.
Did
through
I
the pockets
find
of a
anything
dead
of
crew.
use?
To
Rations,
most normal
for example.
to most normal people, no, but you found something that might be able to be used to replace that scale.
Yeah.
But other than that, he really didn't have anything on him. He seems to have been kind of really beaten. Most of his clothing has kind of been ripped up, and he's got cuts all along his body.
So he has clothing. Interesting.
I just go, aha, when I pick it up, and I'm like, this means nothing to you. And I just put it in my bag. So it's just like, I don't know why I said that. Let's go.
Layla stares when you take something off a dead body, and it's just like
I show it to you.
Layla.
This is something useful for armor. And then I put it in my
Layla
bag.
Layla reaches back to the holy symbol on her shield and sort of rubs it for good luck.
She just
She's
does one of these like
don't touch me with that. She makes the sign of Hylos.
yes, just, oh, okay. Hylos be with me. I am with you. Light be with these people and their degenerate ways. All right, so
As we go, she's also just like randomly just like not paying attention every so often, and she sees like a rock. She'll pick up a rock, cast light on it, and then throw it in the ocean. She does this about how long have we been going? Because she does it about once an hour.
The demon has a tail.
Question for Vex. How long had that sailor been dead? This is more of an out-of-character
yeah,
question.
so he wasn't bloated or anything. It seems like he had passed within the last 24 hours.
Okay, so it was while she was unconscious. That's all I wanted
Yes.
to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the trip south reveals a ever-shrinking shoreline. You now have a mere 15, 20 feet between you and the crashing waves. And
Pick up the pace.
that's only getting less and less as the day wears on and begins to give way to evening. However, as you're right about where you're at on this map,
Excuse me.
a toad hops out of the shoreline and
Where?
flops onto, or sorry, hops out of the jungle and onto the beach.
Like a normal
And-
sized toad or a big toad?
This is a giant toad.
Oh, he's cute.
Bigger than me.
And- He, or it. Let me see here. No, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
Are we
This
still in
one.
the first
These, I
half of the
think.
game where I can only use fight and special ability, or have we progressed to the second half where I can start using magic?
I mean,
Come on,
we
do
could
you
have
think-
started using burning hands on something. I'm just
Hmm.
saying.
Well, now I have to save it to burn jungle.
Yeah.
All right, so Miri, what's your AC?
My
AC is
16.
16.
All right. Oh no, I lost it. Where'd it go? Get over here. There it is.
Get over here.
Is the G the toad?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
His name
Whoa.
is Gary.
I thought you said he was on the beach. Why is he still in there?
No, he's right here. He's on the beach.
Whoa,
Oh.
there he is.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
that's
lot.
a lot.
Yeah, he was still in the jungle. Yeah.
He was still
Jeez.
way in the dead center. And all of a
He had a
sudden-
very long tongue.
Sorry, no, he should have been right there along the edge. So Miri, you are. Oops.
tongued.
Yes, you are hit with a tongue that deals 4 piercing damage,
Ugh.
and it kind of like sticks to you.
Have we recovered the hit points
that we lost before?
Or no?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and it sticks to you, and you are grappled. Now we roll initiative.
Hey,
No.
Color is
Miri
like toad.
lets out a squeal.
The toad is mostly green and brown with some faint yellow markings.
Okay.
where
So not
is- oh,
extremely brightly colored.
No, it's not a frog.
I don't have to click my token for initiative, do I?
No.
Okay.
Where is initiative?
Zoom on Maine. Yes.
Where? Because I am looking
Dead
at
center
Maine.
of Maine.
Oh, there it is.
Center.
Okay.
God damn, my rolls tonight.
I'm a fast little motherfucker.
Zip zoom.
Nyom.
Holy crap, I'm faster than the goblin.
Okay.
Goblin had a
Eh.
bad roll.
Rather than figure all my buttons out, I'm going to go manual for this part. Those will be faster.
Let me
So we
double
have-
check my.
I wonder if we have frog combat.
If Nissa had rolled a 17, it would have been perfect.
Why?
Thanks, demon.
Yeah,
Thanks for messing up our train.
Everyone left me alone when my hood was up. They only really noticed me when it was gone.
No one
No one noticed until I put on the mask.
Took off the mask.
Oh no, this is much worse.
How long will it take to get market fresh strawberries? Going mobile.
We can't get strawberries. We're in the jungle. You had the crew looking for strawberries. Now they got eaten.
You know what
Bring
happens to your
more
fiber?
strawberries.
No, don't get strawberries.
All right, so the order is Gadget, Layla,
What is that?
Gruzo, Nissa. Oh wait, where's Miri? I didn't see her score. There she is. Sorry, Gruzo, Miri, and then Nissa, and then the Toad.
Oh.
Frog bite.
Frog fight begins. Gadget, go, Gadget, go.
I feel like acid is gonna do absolutely nothing to this frog. And
It blinks with
bothers
one eye
me
and then the other.
because
At least it already has its tongue out, so it can't
Hang on a
lick its
sec.
eyeball with its tongue.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just ray of frosting it instead of doing acid splash. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this freaking vial at it. Be like, no touchy. And I throw a little vial at it, and if it does hit it, it will explode on the froggy. And I say that's not nice. You need her consent or something like that. Something stupid.
Yeah,
And where in the world do I cast
It's
this?
Carmen, San Diego.
Actions.
Yes, you go to actions. I'll come over. I come over the house.
Click the name.
How do I-
You gotta click the dice.
Gotta click it twice. No, it's not even doing it there.
Okay.
I hit it twice. Look, watch. I can do this here.
I click the
Oh
dice.
God!
I click it.
It
Make
costs
sure
it
you're
3
not-
times.
Make sure you're not doing the not here. Characters.
It just says acid splash 3 times. Does it not?
It
Yeah,
is
that's
not
also-
listed here
It is not working.
correctly. Wait, up.
It's a DC 15.
Spells.
You just go. Badonk.
You drag and drop it. Why?
You can.
This
you can.
makes
Hey,
no sense.
hey,
What
you can-
drag
you
and
can
drop and
double-
what you double click? Why
you
are
can-
you clicking it like 5 times?
Yeah, you
You're wasting my rolls, dude.
It's
They're all
not
the
a
same.
roll. It's a DC. It's always a 15. It's not a roll.
So there's
I'm
frog
just double checking myself. Yes. Okay. So yeah, it was on the wrong mode. All right.
I saw that Shantae shirt.
Let's see here. It is Dex save, correct? Yes. All right.
Dicks of a DC.
Tay has a matching one, but
You
she
got
doesn't
a
want
9.
All right, he's getting hit with like. Okay, so how in the world do I make it apply the damage?
You should just click the
Click it.
damage numbers
Click where it says
themselves.
damage.
Yeah.
There should be an
you
icon.
mean you closed it? Why did you do that?
You didn't close it. Thanks.
Oh, nice.
5.
All right. For
It's
5
slash
damage.
splashes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it says 1 or 2 creatures you can see within range. If you choose 2, they must be within 5 feet of each other. So if there was anything between within 5 feet of the frog, it just took some damage.
All right. So it takes 5 damage. If it wants to let me change it. Okay. So it's taken 5.
Bad.
It bellows out and kind of like recoils a good bit. But it doesn't look too worse for wear.
Doesn't remove the tongue.
No. It's just trying to pull Miri closer.
No.
That brings us to Layla.
Sab is very quietly making their own theme song, like
Dun,
Kronk.
dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Shield. Anchor mace. Ah!
That monkey.
Yeah.
She gets within striking distance. Wait, can I hit the tongue since it's extended?
Yes.
Attack the tongue. I attack the darkness.
Like has magic missile.
12.
You bring that axe mace down onto the tongue. Roll damage. It recoils and kind of like flicks the tongue and yanks it back. It pulls a lot of sand with it from under the mace, but it has disengaged itself from Miri and has taken 5 damage.
5 more steps. Since it's still part of my turn, before the tongue gets all the way away, I have a bite attack.
Was I sitting on Miri, by the way?
No, I don't want to bite its tongue because its tongue is sticky.
You could have been.
I go over and I'm gonna.
If I was sitting
I'm
on
gonna
Miri,
bite
I
its
also
face.
would pulled.
Ah!
All right, go ahead. Roll
I
attack.
open my mouth and everybody else can see that I basically have like razor sharp teeth.
You have one longer tooth.
You like to call him Snaggletooth.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that should hit.
All right. Yes, you sink your teeth into this creature for 5
Deal
more
8
damage.
damage.
Thanks
8
for the bits,
total?
Thomas.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Oh, Shy was away. That's why.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm bite a chunk out of it.
I need to step away for another second too.
Does it taste good or horrible?
Thank you, Jungos. So I need you to make a Constitution save.
Horrible.
Some of those bits.
As you bite into it and sink your teeth down, you get a taste of its slimy flesh. It's enough to immediately make you want to vomit, but you hold it back and just, yeah, you just start spitting gobs of mucus out.
Bite it. Don't bite it.
All right, that takes us to
no frog
Gruzo.
legs. Got it.
You can cook it. You don't want to eat it raw.
Is it
Why is the
dead?
frog always raw? Gruzo.
Frog legs are raw.
Cruzo sees. Where's my? There it is. Okay. Sees people just like run up to engage the toad. I just sees Layla run up and just like hang and just like bite it. Like pulls the
Oh, I
bow
didn't
from
even
over
see
the
that
shoulder
information.
and just knocks an arrow and just it's like aiming straight between the frog's eyes.
Very nice. All right, roll the damage.
And I believe because if an enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it, I get to roll sneak attack.
Sounds good to me.
So that is
Shut up, monkey.
Kill it so good.
Heckling everybody.
plus 1d6, 14 damage.
All right, so 14 more damage.
Do we need to fight? Can we just send the rogue in?
The arrow strikes true and sinks about halfway into the frog's face. And it kind of just...
God.
And one eye closes like way down. And he kind of staggers a little bit. And he just sticks his tongue out and kind of like licks upward. And it pulls the arrow out with it. Some nastiness kind of gushes out. And he just... And we move to... if you have no further actions, we'll move to Miri's turn. As this frog is... Or this toad is just kind of like staggering about.
He's going to see that hit and go, sweet! And he's going to use his bonus action to hide.
Just cover himself with sand.
Just goes flat.
Like one of the spiders. Yeah.
So I think that's a... What is that? A stealth check?
The question is, where do you hide?
He just plants his head in the sand. Just
He just
An
gets low.
ostrich.
He gets low and just starts covering himself in sand.
Yeah.
All right. Miri.
That was an experience. After the squeal, she will. Where am I looking? Here it is. Alright. I mean, how big is this frog?
Large.
I was away.
Oh, it didn't take the size properly.
Okay.
Oh, he's an extra big boy.
He's large
That's a
size.
big boy.
It was supposed to scale properly, but it didn't.
Damn, he's thick.
That changes everything.
Can we
Alright,
keep him?
so that's
That's
definitely
definitely
getting
getting
Halberd out.
Halberd out.
Yes,
Exactly.
Like
Big
the
Big gift
spider
of this
can
one.
still like so easily seen.
Mhm.
Alright,
Alright, let's go ahead
and
and how many actions do I have?
I'm gonna
go ahead and move.
Let's use
the halberd.
As
As soon as I find it again. There it is.
What's that?
How do I roll
How do
my
I roll my attack?
You just do.
Go to your
Um,
actions.
Yeah, it's at the
There we go,
bottom
things
of the
look like
tab.
a dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just double click that for your halberd.
The dice?
The dice.
The +2 area, just double click it.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
that's pretty good. All right, let's roll.
Don't
That's
touch
a
me with that thing.
that's a critical.
I will also say that your dice is not calculated right because you should have more than just a +2.
Yeah, you should have your proficiency to that, right?
The +2 is the proficiency. That's doing the same thing my mace did, where it's adding proficiency, but it's not adding her stat bonus.
Oh, she
We can
should
fix
have
it
a
later, I know
+6 to
how.
that. Yeah, it's a +6 to that, right? Straight
should've
bonus
got a
plus
26.
proficiency. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
All right,
still a
so
crit.
roll a flat d20, or sorry, roll another attack. Same thing.
Same thing?
It's at it would be at a +6.
Uh-huh.
Same. Holy
Wow.
crap!
Well, there we are. We have done our double crit in this first
On our
session
first session
of the
Jeez.
campaign.
There we go.
All right.
Go.
So criticals are handled a little bit differently. What happens is the same rules for crit that normally apply here, but you get a secondary roll that determines the degree of the crit. In this case, double crit. You charge up with your halberd. You don't have to roll a damage here. You bring it down and chop the front half of him in half. So he kind of just splits open and just dumps
Ew.
yuckiness without being too descriptive onto the sand.
Gross.
And he did. You're welcome, monkey.
That monkey is very proud.
Monkey.
He's the true villain.
Oh,
Damn.
Miri
he
charged
does.
up
And
and was like,
don't
don't touch me with that filthy thing.
And then
And then
And now
I
he
like-
dead.
I like to think that during this whole thing is that Nis has been having trouble with the magic. It's like, come on, switch on. Come on. Fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dead.
Haha! Oh.
Haha, evildoer. Take that. Meat can be harvested from this creature if you so
Anybody else
choose.
notice that
Can I tell if it's going to be... God damn it. Is it possible for me to tell if the meat is edible or not? Like if it's a poison throw or something?
Well, the mucus is toxic, yes, but you cook it to.
If you cook
Kill
the
that
meat,
off.
It should be better.
So, you being a learned person, you can make a nature check on it.
Oh, but nature's not my thing.
Well, then there you go.
I mean, I can roll it, but...
You can roll it and still see if you get a good
Of course
roll.
nature
you know?
wouldn't be your
I can
thing.
roll the nature.
There you go.
19.
19. That's pretty darn good.
Pretty accurate.
So here the demon comes to inspect another dead body.
It's not my thing, I swear.
You like corpses a lot, huh?
No.
But wait, Layla's like, okay, wait, like hooks it with the hook on her anchor mace and drags it further off the beach first.
Yeah,
Oh.
that vine is pretty close and
Mhm.
he's over there.
Yeah,
Like
Oh.
drags it like
I'll,
right
I'll
to the
kinda
edge of the
keep-
water.
I'll keep a watch on the
tree line.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
need that back.
It's too
It's-
good for Miri.
its its legs, its rear legs, plenty of meat. You could chop those off and cook those anytime within the next probably 24 hours before they really spoil, and have yourself a nice hearty meal, a nice constitution boosting, fortitude boosting meal.
We might need that.
Okay. So guys, just listen to me here. You take its legs.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna just
Nissa just like takes a dagger. Let's cut its legs off.
I'm gonna point my mace at that one vine that's sticking suspiciously out real far and go,
Yeah.
Hylos flame, like sacred flame it.
It recoils, and you hear a loud hissing noise as it recoils into the jungle.
Okay, that I heard.
See?
And then there is a dead silence in the jungle for just a second, and then the animals start back up.
Miri just turns around.
Stop doing that. It's creepy.
I don't think it's wise to upset the
You're
sentient
muted.
forest.
I'm not muted, it's just not picking me up too well sometimes. That's when I get too squeaky.
When
I'm trying to channel too much of
away.
panicky.
What's that? That's
I just said I take the frog legs.
Frog legs.
The flog rags.
these are large frog legs. Like,
You're gonna need
help.
yeah, this is something that has to be strapped over the back of Miri.
Can I put this on you?
Just flop them over her back.
Yeah,
I will
Who has prestidigitation?
them.
Me.
Nobody.
I will
see,
Did you say me, Nisa?
Yeah.
You need to cast prestidigitation on all these parts
I
so
turn
it's
in-
not getting all disgusting all over Mary.
I was about to say, I'll see some people try to drag the legs,
and
and I'm like, okay, come on.
You had prestidigitation
Not
the
Not
whole
gonna
time,
get sand in the meat. Just put them.
and you never offered to help any of us with the fact that we're covered in sand.
You could just brush yourself up. I don't need to use it all the time.
There's no way to win. There's no way to win.
I just put
It's
the
an
frog legs on
at-will
the.
cantrip.
I put
Bruiser
the
kinda
horse
goes
legs
over
on
to
the
Toad's head.
horse legs. Fuck the frog legs on the horse.
I put the horse legs on a frog. Well, now.
So Layla,
Okay,
because
legs.
of there being less beach, is going to very pointedly walk like
in the water.
In
in
the
like
water.
the very like super shallow part of the water. The forest.
Well, this is gone now,
Alright.
isn't it? Oh gosh, what?
Yes, that vine that's right there, it's gone because Hylos.
Yeah, it recoiled, but there's still like tons of vines up in the woods there, or in the jungle there.
For
For
every
everything
Layla
back
just-
after we've gotten the frog legs, I'm just waiting for us to move on,
and
and then looking back at this frog corpse and just see it getting dragged in the woods. Nope, I'm gone.
Now there's something.
Bye.
Now
See,
it
like-
has to happen.
Yeah.
Come on, stick close.
Miri
Miri
just
Before we
like
leave-
picks
Takes
Gadget
Gadget up.
up. Let's go.
She starts trotting.
Wee!
I stick as close as I think is safe, which is still a distance away.
Wait, am I sitting
Looks
like
back
on
at-
your
looks back at the
shoulder
demon.
now? Because now you have a bunch of frog legs all
Yeah.
over your
Yeah.
back.
You could
Okay.
You could be wherever.
Before we leave the corpse,
I'll
Crusoe's
get-
gonna
I'll get a
like
baby
brace
seat.
both legs on its head and just start yanking on the arrow. It's like, I need this back.
Oh, I thought you already removed it back.
Yeah, remember it took it out with its tongue.
Oh, okay.
It's still like kind of stuck against the stickiness of the tongue though, so same result basically, but more gooey.
More gooey.
It has like
That's
now you
tongue-
have-
tongue slobber on it.
You now
It
have one
sticks.
sticky arrow.
Yeah, so you have one sticky arrow.
It's like trying to wash it off in the water.
Yeah.
Ah! Wait
Does
for
it
me.
actually wash off
Hold
in
on.
the water?
Wait for me. Don't leave me back here.
Come on,
Alright.
Mr. Goblin.
So Layla's going to like she feels obligated to be in the front despite that she doesn't want to be.
All right.
Because she feels like
So-
she's the only one who has any idea of the actual danger at hand based on everyone else's reactions.
So it seems to be.
This is
She
my
looks back at the demon and is like, stay closer.
Miri's
a city girl, okay?
Stay
Well,
closer.
Shut up, monkey.
Closer.
Stupid monkeys. It sounds just like her laugh too.
The monkey is making fun of Miri's laugh. All the monkeys start doing the same laugh.
All right, so
So since you don't have any useful magic with no fire, what kind of useless magic do you have?
Which
What
one
are
are
you
you
asking?
I mean, you don't show all of your cards. I mean, in this situation, yeah, you kind of want to.
She pauses for a second as they're walking, just for a second, like turns around and just goes, "Yes, we do need to know all the cards. Otherwise, we will probably be eaten."
Well, I mean, I got this Ace of Spades now, but I don't have the rest of the deck.
Layla's gonna have an aneurysm.
She just reaches back and starts rubbing the holy symbol on her shield again.
Now,
This
I
is
have to
fun.
tell you,
We should do this more often.
I will preface it
Oh,
by
I
saying
love
I wasn't
it.
expecting to.
Nope.
Nope, let's go. Let's go.
Mary
Mary starts running.
so
Keep up.
Keep up!
daylight wanes
Ah!
as you
I'm gonna
continue
look for
trudging
so
south.
as we
Yep.
go along the beach before it gets dark and before
Mhm.
the shoreline gets too far up. I'm gonna be looking for an area that doesn't have so many of the vines sticking out like blatantly, like an area that's
Mhm.
still it's all still jungle, but it's an area
Cool.
without
I don't
as
like
many
that.
vines that stick out and without as many thorns. Not that I care about it,
Mhm.
because once we find a place that looks pretty good, I would like if anybody else proficient in survival.
I am.
I
I
have
am.
alarm.
That's fine. We'll need that too. Okay. What is your survival bonus?
3.
3.
Okay.
1.
Assist me.
Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't
Roll
that just
again.
give you?
Advantage.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Oh,
Mary, you don't
it
roll.
gives.
So I got it. So with a 19, I'm looking for a good place that doesn't look like it's a bunch of the carnivorous plant. Looking for an area that's still like dense jungle, but maybe is
Right.
already too dense for even that to get through.
Right.
And
Just a moment.
do I find a place that'll work?
So as you're trudging forward, and you're looking about, it seems like each and every square inch of the jungle is covered in this stuff, and as you progress further south, the worse it seems to get. So you find an okay spot, and then something like drops down. Like you'll see like a vine just kind of like swoop down
Oh.
and pick up a small animal, and then a tree like shakes violently, and there's a squelching sound.
Nope.
Oh.
So that spot definitely a no-go. And it seems to be the pattern. Wherever you see these thorny vines, there's not much vines in I guess the canopy. But where you don't see a lot of these vines, there's a ton in the canopy. So
So at this point, I feel like the vines on the ground are easier to deal with.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
You know, you might be able to
I'm
cut
going
them,
to find a
keep
spot
them
for
at bay.
And I'm going to wait for a moment and just like I'm gonna be like, if any of you have any decent cantrips or want to assist in other ways, with your halberd or your daggers or arrows, though you might not get those back, help me get the ones we can see out. Just sacred play.
Seriously.
You want to try and light something?
I will go.
He's
find
trying to
my
clear
I'm
some
not-
of the jungle.
I'm not going to try. Like Layla's like, I'm not going to try and light something. I know fire.
Mary
Mary
will
will
help
help
chop
chop
some
some
vines.
vines.
Okay.
Trying to make
Cautiously
enough of
on
us.
a couple.
Yeah. Well, like, I'm not trying to get us to push into the jungle yet.
Yeah.
That will come in a moment.
I mean, I
No,
wonder if the
that
smell
won't.
of
That's
Like, I
going
wonder
to
if-
happen because
if
I
I'm
have to,
the
because-
water's
a
getting
bunch of-
soon.
if I'm throwing a bunch of acid splash, I feel like eventually that smell would even drive us out. So I'm kind of like, well,
Do Ray of Frost.
I could do Ray
alternate.
of Frost. Yeah.
I know, like the salt and the salt would neutralize the acid and stuff. Salt in the ocean water, you can easily neutralize acid with that. So
Crusoe's like using his short sword like a machete to kind of keep it away.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
once we've got the ones that look like they would be in trouble, I'm going to rub my hands, position in a good place, burning hands,
Consecrate
the ground?
So
and burning hands specifically
You-
says
hold on
But it
before you
lights.
do that. Hang on just a second before you do that. As you're about to do that,
Oh no.
you feel a vine along the back of your neck, and the rest of the party kind of notices as you feel it, and it's this big plump vine that seems to have veins coursing down it, and it is just it has gone down the back of your neck and is starting to go in the back of your shirt.
or wherever it is up in this canopy, it's got to make a dex save.
All right, what's the save?
It will be a DC 14.
All right, it got a 16. It recoils, but the rest of the canopy can't. So it's just like this sacred fire just outward above her. And the vine, at her quick movement, the vine recoils quickly into the canopy. Several
Take half that damage. Everything that is a creature takes half that damage if it succeeded.
several
And everything else lights fire.
So it's a good thing this is a tropical jungle. Several palm fronds and other large leafy leaves fall charred, as well as several smaller animals that are now cooked, well done.
That
That
damn
damn
monkey.
monkey.
Sweet.
I will say everybody notices that Layla has a manic expression as she lets loose the fire. Like, despite the fact that she almost just got noosed up by the vine, she's like,
She's
She's
Megumin.
Megumin.
Mhm.
I'm worried.
The holy
now.
Megaman. So you clear out a pretty good chunk of
Yeah.
forest, but the forest itself encroaches kind of on its own into your clearing. Slowly, more vines creep ever forward. Smaller plants are kind of rooting further out and sprouting smaller leaves.
Yo, this
in
jungle
a speed,
sucks.
yeah, in a speed that can basically be watched. It's certainly faster than paint drying. With that, the shore is getting thinner and thinner by the minute. As
oh, I would like to make another survival check to figure out a way to stop them based on how I can now see them clearly moving.
Mhm.
Now we can see how the plant life works. We should be able to, with somebody who's smart, if we have anybody like that, figure out a way to stop it or at least slow it down to a
See,
manageable rate.
survival is wisdom, not intelligence.
Yes, but survival is not the only check.
correct.
I
Which is intelligence would be a good
Mhm.
check.
don't have nature.
Are you
but
sure
Are you
I
sure
have
you can't just
brain.
talk the lines down with persuasion?
No. So, Gadget, you know that this you know this stuff. It exists back in the Fey plane. It is pure, just wild nature, and there's not a lot you can do against it. Trying to dig out a channel, maybe filling it with salt water, might have some effect. But by that time, you're still going to be right
gonna
there
be
at the
too
edge of
long.
the forest,
Yeah.
and it's going to So you may just have to find a way to set up camp off the ground perhaps with hammocks and whatnot, but you're, of course, still have to worry about the tree vines. So you need a tent of some sort, and you need some sort of off the ground sleeping arrangements. Well, you don't; they do.
Yeah. I go ahead and I relay all this, and I'm like, we don't really have time to like make a channel through the sand and put a bunch of salt water in it because plants don't really like salt water. I don't suppose you were able to create salt water. I don't think that's really a thing that you can do full time. So you're going to need to make a camp up in here, tent, maybe hammocks.
Sacred flame.
I got an alarm. Yeah. So let's get to it.
Yeah, okay, I can know.
Good plan. Sacred flame.
Wait. You need some.
You have to stop screaming because you're just attracting it.
It
startled me.
Can I? Because I've heard
Startle
that multiple
internally.
times. Is it even possible to tell what the hell that even is?
No,
Probably,
no,
probably
but it's not good.
T-Rex. It sounds
Focus.
like a dinosaur. Raw.
Miri, right?
To make a tent.
Miri?
Yes.
See, look, we can
Focus.
practice.
Focus on me. Focus on helping me with survival.
All right.
What the? Oh, okay. I thought that was me that clicked on something.
Will do.
That'll do.
I could make a small little thing
Mm.
and have recorded that extremely bad roar and just chuck it into the woods.
Or you could set those around us so if a vine touches it, it scares it. Or you can make them
So,
noxious fumes because you can do that.
out of some of the wilted vine that had been burned away from its connected vines, you can use that for ropes.
I've still got a ton of rope.
Yeah, but don't use it unless you have to.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's
So,
like, use
yeah,
this.
you're trying to conserve, yeah. While you're here, though, you are able to get some vegetable/fruit foraging done as you're kind of gathering large fronds to be able to make some sort of canopy with these vines. I think the real question is, how are you going to get a centaur into a hammock?
Yes.
Carefully.
Very, very carefully. You're just going to have to basically pulley her up
I mean,
and just tie that pulley off.
I mean,
As a sailor, I am excellent.
Exactly. Yeah.
just tie me to a tree.
You managed to get camp
Then you
set
couldn't
up
run away.
just within the site of the sand. That what little bit of sand is left, and the waters begin to slowly kind of push in, almost at your feet where you're settled at right now. And that's only going to come further in, but at least you guys will be up off the ground with your kind of camp overnight. And below you will have salt water kind of sloshing back and forth for a little while.
Important question. With her nature check, does she think that light would be more of a deterrent? Would fire be more of a deterrent or more of an attractant?
From your
You mean
experience
light?
so far, every time you seem to destroy
Light or
stuff,
fire?
every time you seem to destroy stuff in this jungle, when
It just
things come
replaces
back, it not just replaces it, but it seems to, because its old growth has been burned away, it can now make new and stronger growth. So you're
So-
noticing that like some of the vines are getting thicker.
Fire
now.
helps jungle. Acid does not help jungle.
Well, in
Aren't
this
you acid
case, it seems
splashing
that
infinitely.
Because
in this case
I
it
am
seems like
afraid.
neither. Well, in this case, it seems that neither are more effective than the other. There's something
But would-
supernatural about this jungle.
How about just light? Does she think with her nature check or with my survival check, do I think light would be an attractive nuisance, or it'd be that's not natural, we shouldn't go near it?
It's going to be both. Some things are going to look at it as, okay, I need to stay away from that because it's I can't hide near it. And like nighttime predators don't really like to go near where they're going to be exposed by light. Whereas daytime creatures most of the time won't care. But as far as the living foliage of the jungle, it probably doesn't have sight, so it's not going to care about the light one way or the other.
In that case, Layla will also be light and touching things. Light!
Yeah, like just a neon, a bunch of neon palm trees.
The palm fronds.
Go to sleep, monkey. No! You can't make me! Alright. Let us move to there.
Oh, we're done.
Also stay up a half watch. I will
Alrighty.
stay up for half of a watch if people, even though Gadget doesn't sleep, as I assume you have informed us at this point.
She probably rubs it in people's face. Why do you have to waste so much time doing that closing your eyes thing?
More time to learn things.
Layla will stay up for some time with Gadget